I'm moving in. I'm done with the conversion. This is good enough for me. I can sleep right here.
I'm gonna try a method that my wife likes a lot, which is the cleanup after each project.
We have ordered a acrylic vinyl plank adhesive, and we are going to redo the floors with the adhesive. Yesterday, we just finished putting down our flooring again.
If you've been following along, you know we've got everything down, we're ready to do the interior build. And after we did our closet and removed the paper up off the floor, we realized it wasn't connecting properly and it looked like it was gonna have some issues.
I was concerned that we're constantly gonna have to put band-aids on them as we go. There are a couple reasons why that could be happening. They say you can use an underlayment, but they don't recommend it because the squishiness of the underlayment can cause it to unlock. And the other thing is when we installed it, it was going down to below freezing at night. The planks are great because they are specified to be in temperatures from -25 up to 155 Fahrenheit after installation. So they shouldn't come apart when the weather shifts and changes. But when we installed it, it was still going down really cold at night. And they said the planks that we chose were great, but they did recommend that we don't use the floating installation system, that we should glue it down. We have ordered a acrylic vinyl plank adhesive, and we are going to redo the floors with the adhesive.
So because we like the way that we've laid our tile out, and we have to put it back in the exact same way because we've custom cut the starts and the ends, we need to label them, keep them in the right order, pull them up so that we can put it back in reverse when we're done.
And that also means that we're gonna go and do what we were trying to avoid to do. We now have to actually pull up the 3/4 inch plywood subfloors and put the Ceretex sandwich it between our two pieces of plywood.
Unfortunately, that means this stair guard that we put down has to be taken up. I don't know if we can salvage it after, or if we just have to redo it. Alright, that went quick, but it is a pretty good cardio workout, I'll tell you that. Then we needed to roll up the Ceretex, which was pretty quick, and take the 3/4 wood floor out, which went surprisingly smooth. I actually think that we finished all of the removal in about a day, didn't we?
Yeah, so our new order, we still have that 1/2 inch plywood, we left the underlayment, and then we put our Ceretex, we just rolled our Ceretex back out on top of that, and then brought the 3/4 inch plywood back inside and put it back on top.
And there's all our flooring. I feel like I spent more time worrying and having nightmares about redoing the floors than it's actually taken so far. I'm back to working on the floor. Mela couldn't come out to the bus because she's editing for some videos, so she sent the inspector to check things out, make sure I'm working right. Okay, got it all screwed in except for the one little piece at the top. Just cut that down and get it zipped in. All right, we got all the screws down, and then we sanded all the rough, uneven wood and vacuumed it all up. And now we're gonna go through and use a little leveling compound for the big gashes and places where the screws are sunk in pretty good. Then we'll be ready to put the vinyl planks back down. It's been a rough couple days.
Yep, you could say that.
I have had a herniated L4 disc for about 15 years, and I guess working on the floors did not agree with it because I've been in some pretty bad pain the past couple days.
So he one day was putting his back brace on, going, all right, we're going out to the bus. And I was like, no, honey, you need to lie down.
Went to the doctor today, get looked at, and feel a little better today, but it's freezing outside, so.
Yeah, we thought spring was coming and we were getting all excited and our moods were lifting. There's icicles today off the car and off the trees.
So between having backache, headache, cloudy, and freezing, my mood is not the best.
So that's the bad news. Should we tell him the good news?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
We have 10,000 subscribers! Woohoo!
Yeah, so thanks everybody who's been watching and subscribing and hanging out on this journey with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It kind of took us by surprise, we have to tell you. We weren't ready. It kind of shot up all of a sudden. And you'll just have to stay tuned and we will let you know as soon as we are ready to celebrate with you guys. And we decided to give his back a little bit of a longer break and just do a few odd jobs to give him time to heal before he spent a whole day leaning over to the floors again.
One of the things I wanted to do is get our boat hatch lift into our floor hatch. If you remember when we built our closet out, we've got to be able to remove that bottom shelf. We could put a couple stainless steel boat hatch handles to just lift it up. I wanted to do the same thing in the floor hatch, which gives mechanics access to the engine there.
I thought my days of removing adhesive were over, but alas, they're not. I had to take off this piece of flooring that was going up on the step in order to change the order of our subfloors. So now I have to take this glue off so we can glue some more flooring back on.
So today I'm going to do one of the messier jobs. I'm going to cut away the extra bits that we've got up here overlapping the hatches, the skylights, the fan, and then the ones up here with the router. It'll be the first time I'm working with a router upside down. So for this we're using this bit. As you can see, it's got a little roller on it here, so I'm gonna be able to use the frame on the inside to guide me. Hopefully. Well, 2 seconds in and my ball bearing fell off. I went ahead and cut a jigsaw blade so it's really short That way, it's only got a little area where I'm cutting the ceiling and the layer of glue on. And hopefully this method will work without hitting anything, any of the metal connectors up there. That is much more difficult than this video probably made it look. You can see up here how where I've cut it with the jigsaw, it's pretty smooth. When I used the router and lost track of it, lost the ability to control it, just ate into the side. We'll be able to cover it all with trim, as long as Noah doesn't get upset when I show her. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna choose a slightly different method. I'm gonna use the scribe to get my corners. And then I'll use a straight edge to get the rest of them. See if that works. I'm gonna try a method that my wife likes a lot, which is the cleanup after each project. I'm gonna do it purely because I'm gonna procrastinate jigsawing in the ceiling because it's exhausting. Four down, one to go. Whew. Oh crap. 4 down, 2 to go. I forgot about this one.
Don called me in to see it. He was really nervous because he knows I like things to be perfect and just so. And I thought it looked great. I think he did an amazing job with the jigsaw, even though the router didn't work out. And it doesn't really matter any tiny imperfections because it's all going to get covered up with some finishing anyway. But basically we've got straight lines cutting out in the right place. You didn't mess up the ceiling, baby.
And we're thinking we'll use a metal trim, probably a stainless steel, so it would be able to be used with magnets for covers for our skylights.
All right, so we're hoping that tomorrow it's actually gonna be warm enough for us to install the planks again. I gotta clean the bus out today, so it'll be all ready to go in the morning.
Then we got the whole band back together.
So we're trying to do it in sections so that we have somewhere to actually stand when we're putting the boards down, so we're not standing in the glue. So our first step is we've taken planks, laid them out, and we're marking off. We're going to do a chalk line from the front to the back of where those planks will go, and then we will put the glue down just in that area to start.
The manufacturer of the planks, they suggested that we pick up a adhesive, a very specific adhesive. We could only find in a 4-gallon bucket though, so it costs like $200. But they said this is what they recommended to use if we were going to be using it in a RV. How's your assistant?
Good, he puts on a little bit less than you, so.
He's doing it better. He's doing a better job than I was.
We'll see how the first round goes, I guess, if we've got the right consistency.
Yeah. Should I turn the fan on?
Yeah, pretty good to get some air.
My dad, Mela, and I spent most of the time inside the bus putting the adhesive down.
This one was luckily a fast drying one, and it took about half an hour to an hour. You want it to turn tacky but not come off on your fingers when it is ready to lay the planks. So this side sticks out, right?
Yep, this side sticks out, this goes to the front.
They click together really well on side to side. The harder part for us to click together was like the front and back of the plank. So I looked up a little more and I found some guy who was just doing his own build at his home, and his trick was to just use a rubber mallet and to whack it as hard as you can.
It helps
snap in.
Good,
helps
good.
A lot.
Good.
We had stored our planks in our tent. We also do woodworking in there. There was some sawdust around, so we had to clean the planks first to make sure there wasn't any little bit of sawdust in the clicking area. So we set up a station outside, and Don's mom was our pro cleaner, cleaning out, vacuuming all the grooves, and making sure our planks were like brand new. Well, you've already heard his specialty is pounding, so I put him to work on that job.
It was a good time to have a hammer and get to pound something to get a little bit of my frustrations of the past week out.
Because we were gluing it down, they also recommended that we get a 65 to 100 pound roller to roll the planks down to really make sure that they were pressed into that adhesive.
Feels like it weighs way more than 100 pounds. I can tell you this because at one point the roller fell onto my foot. I pulled my foot out just in time, but I could have had a serious amount of foot bones broken. Got about half of it done here. It's starting to look pretty nice.
Alright, a little push to me.
How's that?
There you go. Alright, slow it down.
So do you prefer putting down the floors the first time or the second time?
Second time. I feel like this is going to be much better. I mean, the first time I was more excited about it. But it already feels more solid to me, don't you think so?
Oh yeah. This giant thing of glue looks like ranch dressing.
It's got these like little sparkly things in it. They kind of look like glitter if you look closely. Sometimes they sparkle.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I was like, where's this glitter coming from? And then I realized it's actually in the glue.
You gotta pay a little more to get the glitter version that we got.
We knew when we were doing the first installation of the floor planks that it wasn't our ideal way to do it, and that we were going against some manufacturer recommendations by putting it on top of the Ceratec. But we just wanted to move forward at that point, and we didn't want to have to go backwards. Winter was tough. It's grey and cold and miserable and just mentally it was tough for us to get through winter, and to get past that and be moving into spring, we're feeling pretty good.
Weather's changing. Spring is here.
And our spirits are lifting. I love this part of the bulb where we get to like be creative with things. It's becoming so much better than I had originally imagined it to look. But we'll share that with you next time. For me, it's the ceiling. I have a bad neck, so for him, it's the ground. For me, it's going up. Them. Whoa. That's a big gusty wind.
It's wind.
No, it sounds
You
like a
sweet
tree is
face.
gonna fall on us or something.
The real goal here is to not screw up the ceiling.
So, moral of the story?
Get a barn. Oh, my back's starting to hurt from sitting this.
Alright, well, I think we did it.
Okay, we did it.
We did it.
Sorry there was no dancing at the end of this video.